Angel Reese just claimed she's the reason every team in the WNBA is losing sleep at night. According to her, she's the player at the top of every opponent's scouting report. Not A'ja Wilson, not Breanna Stewart, not even Caitlin Clark, the woman single-handedly rewriting the future of women's basketball. No, Angel Reese believes she's the league's #1 problem. And that's not even the wildest part. Because while Reese is out here flexing on camera and soaking in the spotlight like she's carrying the WNBA on her back, her stat sheet is telling a very different story. Her team's losing, her shots aren't falling, and yet somehow her confidence is skyrocketing into orbit. So what exactly is going on here? Is Angel Reese truly misunderstood, or is she playing a different game entirely? One that's got nothing to do with winning and everything to do with staying visible. Strap in, because this story isn't about basketball anymore. It's about branding, ego, delusion, and a rivalry that may never have existed in the first place. Imagine this. WNBA coaches hunched over film in dark rooms, cold coffee in hand, anxiously scribbling game plans to stop Angel Reese. They're panicking, right? Sweating bullets, desperate to solve the problem before she drops 40 points and turns the court into her personal runway. Now snap back to reality, because the only thing Angel has dominated lately is the post-game quote sheet. The truth, she's missed more layups this season than she's made, and her shooting percentage from inside 5 feet is barely hanging above 40%. That's not elite. That's not unstoppable. That's concerning. But none of that seems to matter to Angel, because in her mind, she's already the star, already the nightmare every coach fears, already the headline every game deserves. It's almost childlike in its charm, the same kind of boundless confidence you see in a kid wearing a superhero cape to the grocery store. Except in this case, the cape's dragging in turnovers, brick shots, and fourth-quarter vanishing acts. And somehow, through it all, she still delivers each interview with the swagger of a Finals MVP. That confidence might not match her performance, but it's certainly turned her into something else, a spectacle, and that's where things start getting interesting. Let's get one thing straight. Angel Reese is absolutely being scouted, but not in the way she wants you to believe. Her name shows up on whiteboards and game notes, not because teams are terrified she'll torch them for 30, but because they want to avoid getting dragged into one of her mid-game performances. Coaches aren't diagramming triple teams or building wall defenses. They're circling her name with a simple reminder. Stay alert for theatrics. In reality, Reese's presence on the scouting report is more about her drama than her dominance. The head-snapping stares, the chirping at refs, the constant need to make a moment. It's all there. She's less of a strategic threat and more of a situational hazard. Sure, she racks up rebounds, but how many of those are just her grabbing her own misses? It's not domination. It's stat padding disguised as hustle. Even her rebounding numbers, touted by her fans as elite, crack under scrutiny when you realize most of them come from uncontested boards and second-chance efforts off missed layups. If anything, the note on Angel's scouting profile probably reads like this: keep composure, let her talk, she'll miss. Because the league has seen this movie before. Big bark, but not enough bite to back it up. The contrast between her mouth and her production is growing louder with every game. And as Angel keeps hyping herself as the league's biggest nightmare, there's someone else quietly becoming exactly that. While Angel Reese is out here delivering monologues and turning every microphone into a personal press tour, Caitlin Clark is rewriting history with the calm of someone waiting in line at a coffee shop. No theatrics, no sound bites, just buckets, logo-range daggers, behind-the-back assists, and box scores that make you double-take. Every time Clark steps on the court, something historic seems to happen, and yet she never has to announce it. She lets the game speak. That's what makes the contrast so jarring. Angel shouts, Caitlin whispers, and yet it's Clark's name lighting up headlines, broadcasts, jerseys, and sponsorship deals. It's her game forcing coaches to throw out entire defensive schemes. It's her impact filling arenas and shifting TV ratings. Meanwhile, Reese is still trying to convince everyone she's just as dangerous. But Caitlin doesn't need to convince anyone of anything. She's earned it. Every broken record, every highlight reel, every MVP chant. And maybe that's what stings the most. Because while Angel's still trying to catch up to the spotlight, Caitlin's the reason it's even on. No mid-game scuffles, no "you can't see me" taunts, just pure dominance delivered with surgical precision. And as the WNBA continues to revolve around her rising star, the so-called rivalry that dominated headlines in college is looking more and more like a one-woman show. Let's be honest, this whole Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese rivalry was never built on equal footing. It was crafted in headlines, inflated on social media, and sold as a clash of personalities. But the numbers tell a different story. Clark is soaring past expectations, while Reese is still figuring out how to finish at the rim. This isn't a duel, it's a mismatch. One is rewriting the record books. The other is rewriting her quotes mid-season to keep the cameras on her. Caitlin Clark never asked for this rivalry. She's too busy charting her own course, carrying a struggling franchise, dealing with brutal fouls, and doing it all with the calm focus of a veteran. Meanwhile, Angel is still performing like she's on reality TV, starring in a drama that only she believes is Emmy-worthy. It's not even close. The public knows it. The media knows it. And deep down, Angel probably knows it too. The real irony? While Clark is constantly criticized despite doing everything right, Reese seems immune to accountability. Her missed layups, overlooked. Her turnovers, ignored. But give her a mic and she'll grab it like it's a championship trophy. That's not a rivalry. That's a publicity strategy. And it only works because Clark continues to be the main character without ever needing to say a word. For all the missed shots and wild quotes, there's one thing you have to give Angel Reese credit for. She knows how to keep herself relevant. Every time she drops a line like, "I'm the reason teams are panicking," the internet explodes. Clips go viral, comment sections ignite, and her name surges to the top of trending lists. And that might just be the plan all along. Because whether you believe her or not, you're still talking about her. It's PR wizardry in action. While Caitlin Clark quietly builds a legacy, Reese builds noise. The league plays along too, featuring Angel in every spicy mic-up moment, every hot take panel, every viral confrontation. The WNBA has found its perfect balance. Caitlin is the golden child. Angel is the chaos agent. It's compelling, it's clickable, it keeps eyeballs on the league. Angel might not be dominating on the court, but she's dominating the narrative. And in a media landscape where attention is currency, she's cashing in. Her game may be lagging, but her headlines are always right on time. Every eye roll, every chest thump, every next question response feeds the machine. She's not just playing basketball, she's playing the media game. And right now, she's winning that one by a landslide. But that begs the question, does she actually believe it? Or is this all just a calculated move? There's something oddly heartbreaking behind the bravado. Every time Angel Reese proclaims, "People are watching because of me too," it lands less like a confident statement and more like a desperate plea. It's giving please clap energy, like throwing your own birthday party and then getting annoyed when all the presents are for your sister. That sister, of course, being Caitlin Clark, who didn't ask for the spotlight but keeps earning it. Angel wants to be celebrated. She wants the MVP chance, the front page features, the shoe deals. But instead of letting her performance demand recognition, she tries to force it into existence with sound bites and attitude. It's not, "Watch what I do," it's, "Please acknowledge me." And the more she pushes the narrative, the more obvious it becomes that she's not chasing greatness. She's chasing validation. Meanwhile, Clark is too busy breaking records to even notice. She's out there draining 28-foot threes with zero fanfare while Angel's launching PR campaigns mid-season to stay in the conversation. And that contrast? It's glaring. Because true stars don't beg for attention. They attract it effortlessly. Angel's story feels like a never-ending sales pitch. But greatness doesn't need marketing. It sells itself. Here's the twist nobody saw coming. Maybe Angel Reese isn't confused at all. Maybe she's not delusional or desperate, or even trying to compete with Caitlin Clark on the court. Maybe she knows exactly what she's doing. Because in every great drama, you need a villain. And in the WNBA, she's playing the role to perfection. She's brash. She's unapologetic. She triggers debates, headlines, arguments, and memes, all without dropping 30 points. That's not failure. That's strategy. She's not trying to be the league's golden girl. She's trying to be its lightning rod. And it's working. Every quote she gives becomes instant content. Every side-eye becomes a viral frame. Every feud, real or imagined, fuels the machine. And deep down, maybe she's leaning into that. She's not chasing Caitlin's spotlight anymore. She's carving out a different lane. A louder, messier, more chaotic one. The anti-hero of the WNBA. The wild card. The reason everyone keeps watching, even when her box score barely makes a dent. Because whether you root for her or against her, Angel Reese keeps you entertained. And in a league hungry for attention, that might just be the most valuable role of all. In the end, the difference couldn't be clearer. Caitlin Clark doesn't need to remind the world she's important. Her game does it for her. She steps onto the court and history unfolds. No speeches, no theatrics, just results. Angel Reese, on the other hand, has made herself impossible to ignore. But not because she's dominating the league. It's because she refuses to be quiet. She's turned every camera into an opportunity, every microphone into a stage. And while her box scores rarely back up the bravado, her presence continues to shape the conversation. But here's the thing. True stars don't have to chase recognition. They command it. Caitlin Clark is the center of gravity in the WNBA right now. Not because she said she is, but because she proved it. Angel Reese? She's still trying to manufacture a rivalry that's already been decided. Yet somehow, in her own chaotic way, she's still winning, at least in the headlines. Because love her or roll your eyes, Angel keeps the fire burning. She's the drama, the tension, the chaos. And maybe that's her legacy. Not the player every team fears, but the one every fan keeps talking about. The one who makes sure the spotlight never runs cold, even if it's not always shining on her. And that's the wildest part. In trying to prove she deserves the spotlight, Angel Reese might have stumbled into something even more valuable: staying unforgettable.